Okay, hi everyone. I think we have one more person in the waiting room. We'll just let everyone get in. Awesome. Okay. So hi everyone. Thank you for joining tonight's Artsy Phis event. I'm Brita and I am the program coordinator for the Technology and Engagement Department at Alpha Phi International. It's my pleasure to introduce Piper and Kinsey. So I'll let you guys introduce yourselves and tell you what craft you'll both be teaching.
Hey everyone, I'm Piper. I am a Delta Tau here at LSU.
I'm Kinsey and I'm also Delta Tau. We're here in Baton Rouge.
I'll be teaching you how to hand letter.
And then I'm gonna be teaching digital sticker making.
Yay! Okay, so yeah, I'll actually be going first. So if you have like a paper and your favorite pen or even a piece of paper and a pencil, we're just going to be kind of going over like basic up down strokes and then conjoining, just the basics, and then you can kind of go from there once you learn. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. I'm actually doing it on the iPad, but I would normally do it on a piece of paper just because I like doing it old school. But y'all feel free to stop and stop me if you have questions. But first, we're going to go over up and down strokes. So if you want to take your pencil to the paper, practice drawing a line from, let's say, here is start and here is finish. Practice going up and then here, and practice going down. And then, sorry, this is messy, but I'm just trying to show you the gist. So this is basically what we're going for in calligraphy and hand lettering. The basic mastery part is just the up and down stroke. So if you can think about going light on your up and thick on your down, like you see how it kind of already made it thicker right there. So that's just up and down strokes. Let's practice doing just like a basic A. So when I do my A, I start from the corner here, boom, and go up and then down. And right now it doesn't look that good, but you go in. So if I went up, down, my downstroke right here, I'm going to go in and fill in. So boom, I'm filling in. And then my downstroke here as well, you want to fill in. And like I said, it's kind of easier to do on paper, but just for the sake of tonight, I'm going to do it on the iPad. So do y'all kind of see how the downstrokes are accentuated with this? I'm going to imagine you said yes. So
yes,
let's practice.
Love it, Piper.
Okay, I'm going to do our A again, and then I'll teach you how to do the rest of the alphabet. So let's start off with a little A, downstroke, up, down. We're going to fill in our downstroke, fill in our downstroke, boom. And then from there, obviously, when you join your letters, you can like get crafty with it or, you know, whatever. It's kind of just personal preference. And then B, what I like to do is I start from over here, up, down, and then like I said, you can get crafty with it, but I fill in my downstroke here, boom. And I fill in my downstroke here as well. And the good thing about lettering is if you don't like the way it looks or the way it came out, especially if you have a pencil, like say if I didn't think this one looked as good as it should, all I do is just fill in like little areas until I like the way it looks, and then you're done. So that's B, lowercase b.
Can you do the B stroke one more time? And also,
yeah.
if anyone has any questions or like wants, or feel free to unmute yourself, or you can type it in the chat below.
Yeah, I won't see the chat, so just like unmute yourself and say, hey, Piper, I have a question. I'll respond.
Yeah.
Okay,
or
so let's, yeah. Okay, so let's do the B again. So we start from here, go around, up, down, and swoop. You don't have to do the little swoop. You can do it like this. You can do like this. Like I said, it's personal preference, but let's just do it the way that I normally do. So we're going to fill in our down strokes. Fill it in. And like I said, you can fix your mistakes if you mess up just by coloring it in. And then downstroke. Boom, boom, boom. So that's B. And look, I missed a little spot and I just fill it in. So B. And then C is pretty easy. You just go up, down, up. And I do it like this because I like to leave a little space for the wing. This is your wing. In calligraphy, you call like the very last stroke your wing. But that's just because it's easier for me to connect if I go more towards the top of the C. And I'll show you what I mean by that in just a minute. But the C is really easy. You just fill in that one little downstroke. Good. Let's do that one more time. So C, you're going to start from the corner over here, go up, down, up, boom, downstroke. And there you go. So let's try D. Your D is like your B. You want to make it kind of loopy and give yourself enough room to fill in the downstrokes. So I'm going to start from here, boom. I make it loopy, up, and then go there. So let me do that one more time. So boom, I stop, I make a loop, and then I go down and squiggle it off. You don't have to do the little squiggly, that's just how I write. And then your downstrokes would be here and here. And you can fill in this little mess up, like where you stopped, just with this downstroke. That's what I usually do. So then I would take it and just fill it right in there. And there you go. So let's do D one more time. So you make your little circle, you stop, loop it, and squiggle it off. You fill in your downstrokes. And don't forget about this little guy over here. And there you go. And you see how it started off looking really messy and now it's really pretty? You just have to play with it and see where you like it to be thicker. And that's a good thing about just like hand lettering. Some people call it fake calligraphy, but you don't have to have any type of specific pen. It could literally be with a Crayola marker or like a crayon. You just have to make sure to remember to fill in those downstrokes and make it look like it would be with a calligraphy pen. So let's try E. And E is kind of like the C, where you just go boom, loop, and then squiggle it off. So my only downstroke, again, with the C is over here. So, and when I do bigger letters, I just like to fill it in a little bit more, like that. But E is pretty simple. So let's just do that one more time. I start from the left, go up, and squiggle it off. And then I fill in my downstroke. Scratch it in. And there you go. So Fs, I don't know if y'all know how to do a cursive F, but they kind of just look like this. So you go, start from the left, make your loop, loop, and squiggle it off. And then your downstroke should be this long line right here. And then you fill her in, make her look beautiful. And yeah, I think that's the only downstroke we have in an F. Y'all want to do the F?
And Piper, once you do all of those through once, will you show us like how to write Alpha Phi?
Oh yeah, I was gonna do that, and I was gonna show y'all like how I connect my name because Alpha Phi doesn't have like the R's or whatever.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I'm just excited.
Do y'all want me to go ahead and keep showing y'all like the alphabet, or do you want me to start writing like words out and show you how to connect, because I can keep showing you the alphabet, but I mean, they're all kind of the same. Like, you just have to fill in the downstrokes. Do you want me to start writing?
I kind of liked going over the letters.
Okay, I'll keep going. So where were we at? F. So we're on G. So same thing with the C, where you start in this little corner. You're going to go up, over, up, over, and don't worry about that little space that we missed. And then you just loop it however you want. My downstroke is here and here. I like to fill it in like from that little point because that's where I stopped. You want to make it look continuous, even though obviously it's not. There's a lot of steps that go into making it look continuous, but like that. G is pretty simple. H is one of my favorite letters because you can do a lot with it, and like the way you angle your pen will change the shape. It's pretty. So I start from the left, I go up, up. So I have a few downstrokes in here. This long guy right here, and then I fill her in. And then this is also a downstroke. And yeah, it just comes out really pretty. So that's H. Your L is going to look really similar to the H. So just I is easy. Just by itself, it looks like this. And then your only downstroke is here. The only thing you have to be careful with I's is this little part right here. If you make it to, say, like straight down like that, you see how it doesn't look continuous? You just want to like round it off and go up that line. That way it just looks seamless, you know? So I is just a little flick of the wrist. That was really ugly. Flick of the wrist, ta-da. And then when you're conjoining, it would probably look like this. And that would be your I. And then you'd fill it in this way. But it kind of just depends on the word and your style. J looks like I, but like that. And then you go down. Ooh, this one's gonna be ugly. I'm sorry. She's a little fat right there, but it's okay. We still love her. So J looks like that. When you're conjoining J, it comes out really pretty, or like an uppercase J would be like this. I like those a lot. But for beginners, I would suggest just practicing the lowercase letters because the uppercase letters have a lot of like winging. So what that means is like my A would look like this. And so you have to know like, okay, where did I go downstroke? And then this is my downstroke. But let's just keep going with lowercase letters. So J, okay, K. This one, it's not gonna, so your normal K just looks like this, but with a lettering K, you want to loop it at the top, loop it right here, and then, so it kind of looks like an R, but that's the cursive K. And then my downstrokes would be here, and here. The trick to hand lettering is just remembering what you did because you want to make it look as natural as possible, like I said. So that would be your K. We can go over that one more time just because it's a little complicated, but you want to make sure to remember loop up, loop, and down, and then fill in here, here, and here. Good? Okay, let's try our L. Like I said, L looks like I and a lot of the other letters, but you just loop and squiggle off. And then my only downstroke would be this long one right here. fill in. Yeah, that was pretty simple. M, you're gonna start off, so you can either start like this and go up, down, or you can just start right here and go like that. I'm gonna try the first way just because that's how I usually write my M's. But you want to make sure the first loop is high, and then the second loop I always do it lower just so it looks kind of slanted and pretty. And then my downstrokes would be here, here, and there. And she's cute. N looks just like M, and I start the exact same way, except I just go up, and then it's only one. So fill in this line, and fill in this line. Good? All right, O, also, I mean, I say they're pretty simple, but I've also been doing this for a while. So if you have questions, just let me know. O, I start from the left. I go here, I make a loop up, and then squiggle her off that way. So my downstrokes would be here. And remember what I said about the curving of like the lines right here. If you leave it just like straight down like that, it would just look kind of funny. So make sure you are rounding it out like up the line, and it's okay if the bottom's a little bit thicker. It just makes it look more natural and cohesive. So that's going to be the same way. You kind of want to make like a semicircle with your marker and just follow the line like that and kind of make the lines go into each other, which is harder on this iPad, but it's fine. Like that. So O, you just go down, up, loop, and squiggle. What is next? Okay, P. So like I do mine like that, but you could also just do like this. So we'll do the second way just because it's a little bit easier. So your first stroke is a downstroke. You want to wrap it back up, loop, and keep it going. And it's like kind of far away right now, but once you fill it in, the downstrokes, it looks good. And then right here would be a downstroke too. And so that would be like beginner, but if you wanted to like fancy it up, you could be like this, up, and then that's how you would like keep writing that. Q. Okay, so I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I've never been able to draw a cursive Q in my life. It's just, I can't do it. But how I do it, if I ever have to like letter it, I kind of just go about it the same way I would go about like a B or a D. And so I start off here, up, and then I just, that's so horrible. I would just fill in this. And it's okay, like if you have a project you're working on, yeah, this is not a cursive Q. We're just gonna, I hope y'all's names don't start with Q because but say like if you wanted to write the word like queen like this, it would be okay if you like did this one pretty and then just didn't connect it and started it off like right there. That's okay too. You don't always have to connect like the first and the rest of the letters. Like I said, it's really just based on personal preference, you know, whatever you want to do. R, I start from the left, go up, and then squiggle it off. Or if you want to make it more round, you can go like this. It really just depends on what you want. Or if you're one of those people who do it like that, I don't really do mine like that, but you can. So this is a downstroke, boop, and this big one is a downstroke. My hand is shaking. And make sure you round off that top of the R and at the bottom and fill that in right there because I messed up. But yeah, that's R. So you start from here, loop, down, and up. So here, loop, down, and up. And it looks weird when it's not filled in, but when you fill it in, it looks fine. S. I do my S's like this. And then just fill in this little downstroke right here. But if you're going for more of that like calligraphy style, like not lettering, you would have to do your lowercase s's like this, which is also okay. And you just put your downstroke here. But I just think this one is really cute, so I write my s's like that. But this is like the formal way to write your s's. Did T is just like your I, so you start from going here. So I'm gonna go boom and squiggle it off, and then you just add the line. And hand lettering T's are like really dramatic because of this line right here, but this part is all the same. Oh my gosh, that was so squiggly. Just like this, and fill it in. But once you like connect it, you could like do stuff like this and make it, you know, all cutesy like that, but we'll talk about that in a minute. U is pretty simple. So you go up, up, and then squiggle it off. So I just did start from the left, go up, down, and squiggle it. And you don't have to do the squigglies, but I just think they're cute. I think everything is cute. Like that. V is just like your U, and then you just go up, up, boom, and then my only downstroke is this right here. And I know they don't look that distinct, like especially now just by themselves, like this could easily be like a T if you just did that, but that's the fun of lettering. They all look the same. And then W is like the M's that I showed y'all, but just upside down. So you want to make the first loop bigger. So first loop big, and then small, and then squiggle it. So first loop big, small, and squiggle it. And then my downstrokes are here. Ooh. I feel like each line that I make just keeps getting more crooked. So I just did down, up. This is my second down. And then, oop. Down. And see, like right here, it's technically a downstroke, but since it's like the ending wing, you wouldn't put pressure on it like right here, because then it just makes it look like you messed up. You only really put pressure on like the real downstrokes. This is just like an accentuation mark. So X is like really, really simple. You just make a normal X like that, and then your downstroke would be here. It kind of looks like the fancy math X's, if you know what I'm talking about. I forgot what they're called. Yeah, Y. So Y looks like the U. So you start off the same way you're going with the U, except you're going down and up. So my downstroke is here and here. Ooh, see how I got like really thick right here? That's fine. You just have to make sure to fill in like the thin parts. So even if you have to like go back and fill it in like that, or even like this, I do that all the time just by like accident, but it's really easy to correct. Just keep filling in. The other thing with calligraphy is if I make this one like really thick, like say I wanted it to be like right here and then filled in, it would look uneven if you didn't fill in this one like that too. So you just want to stay proportionate with your thickness. That's the word I was looking for. And then Z, not my favorite letter, but I just kind of like loop it up and like that, which I know is not the right way to do a cursive Z, but who cares? It looks good. And I just fill in this downstroke right there. So Z's, you just loop up, up, up. Yeah. Okay, so any questions about the alphabet? Okay, let's learn how to write alpha phi. And this should help you be able to write like your littles names after. So like I did after I mastered my lettering techniques, I went all out last year for baskets, and my little's name is Maddie, and so she had her name written on everything with my lettering, and it looks really, really good if you use a Sharpie paint marker on just like a piece of paper. It comes out so good, and they're so easy to write with. But so let's try writing alpha. So if you remember, you start your A off like this. So you want to connect the L from here. You want to connect your P from this little point. So P, boop. You want to connect your H from here. And you want to connect your A right there. So let's try just writing again, and then I'll show you where the downstrokes are. So. A, connect, L, connect, P, and then H, and A. So you see how I stopped, let's see if I stopped here, and I stopped here, here, and this little marks. Right now, those marks are visible, but if you go back and fill in your lines to match the width of that, it won't be a problem. And I think that technique is just easier to make sure that your letters are all proportionate and in line with each other, because I could show you like me not lifting my pen up at all, but it doesn't come out as good, I think, and it doesn't look as clean. So let's try filling her in. So remember, downstroke for the A is here and here. Then my L is here. Oop, made her a little thick. P is this first little line. And right here. Also H. And then A is just the same as what we just did. Like that. So that's how you would write alpha. Do y'all have questions about that? And you see how I just did like this? I'm just gonna fill that in and round it off. Do y'all have any questions about alpha?
How do you like just what you were saying before when how like you make it crooked? Like I feel like I did it and it's just like completely crooked. Like what do you do to
like crooked, like you see like this crooked, like right here and right here, how this one's really thick?
No, like the whole word alpha is on a slant. Like it's not straight.
Oh, try. Okay, so I write slanted, and if you could see me right now, Kinsey's iPad is literally diagonal because I write like that. So you might just have to try turning your paper before, and then it will end up straight. That's what I had to learn to do, because you can try when you're beginning, like if you get a piece of paper and then you have a ruler and you make your margins, you can make a box and tell yourself to write in it. But that's a lot of work, so I just usually turn the paper. Does that help?
Yeah, no, thank you.
Okay, so let's try writing phi. And as you can see, we already practiced our P and our H right here. So it's the same thing, except now I'm just going to add a little pizzazz to the front of my P to even it out. So I'm going to go squiggly up. No, wait. This is in the way. Okay. Squiggly up, H, I, and then just like that. And see how I left this little wing off and I did a swirl over here? I can just do a little swirl over there if I feel like it. But we are gonna fill in our P. And our H, and then I remember to round it off. That way it doesn't look like a square. And there you go, alpha Phi. Do y'all have any questions?
It looks so good. And
Yeah,
mine turned out okay for my first time, so I'm pretty stoked.
Wait, can I actually see y'all's stuff? I just want to. Okay, how do I get back? Oh, I'm right in the camera.
I was literally just literally messing around, but like.
Oh, there it is. Oh, good.
I also changed. I hope my camera was off. I changed in the middle, but but yeah. I just
That
was.
looks good. You're muted, McKenna, but your letters look really good.
Thank you.
Yay!
Yeah,
Look at y'all.
The alphabet, then I can like use the alphabet in the future.
Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah.
Good.
looks so good.
That would have
Do
been.
y'all want to
a good
see
idea.
me like write anything else, or do you want to switch it over to Kinsey?
I think we can probably switch it over.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm excited to learn Kinsey's. I don't even know how to do this.
Yes. Okay, so let me share the screen. Okay, can y'all see it? Okay, so today we're using Procreate. This is what I use to make all my stickers, and I love the app. It's super easy. There's so many brushes that you can use to fit really whatever you want to do. So you can press this little plus sign right here, and then you'll see what types of paper they have. They have paper, square, 4K, all that, and screen size, which is fun too. But we're going to use paper for this one. And then I like to rotate it, I'm just using my fingers to rotate it this way. And then you have your canvas for your stickers. And today we are going to be making this sticker right here. How fun for your big little baskets. How fun. And then we're going to go over here and start making it. So what I usually do whenever I want to start making a sticker, if I'm not the best drawer, which is good because to make stickers, you don't have to be an amazing artist. You really just have to have the time and patience and some tracing skills, and that's really all you need. And so we are going to press the little tool button and then insert a photo. So I actually traced this from a little picture I found online, just of a butterfly from, Google. And then I take that and we're gonna select, usually I would select, you press this little square button right here and you can select any color that you want. So we're gonna select the black. I'm gonna change it a little bit up here where the little color is, just so you can see it a little better, but we can always change it after. So these two little buttons right here, little dials, you can switch. The bottom one is the opacity of it, and then the top one is the size. So I'm going to make it about that big, and then you just start going around and tracing, and then just following the lines. Super simple. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can always fix it after. Then I'm gonna bring the size down a little bit to do the little antenna. How fun. And then a cool part, actually, we'll keep going with this before we fill it all in, but I'm just gonna trace the outsides. Doesn't have to be perfect because you can always go back and fix it. The good thing about it being on an iPad is you don't really have to worry too much about erase marks or anything like that. And then I'm gonna take this little thing up here. So you see a little circle in the corner. You can drag it and it'll, oh no, y'all. I am so sorry. I forgot the most important step. It's okay though, we won't have to go back all over it again. That is the most important thing, is to pick the layer. So you have your background color, which we are going to turn off later, but you have to pick your layer. And then this is where you would usually trace everything so that you can get rid of that background. But I know I always do that, and that's not fun whenever I do it. But should I keep tracing it, or should we just use what I already have? Or I can keep going, whatever we have time for.
Do you think you could trace it really fast?
Of course, yes. I just might not be able to talk very much.
That's okay.
Okay. Check the layer to make sure you have it on there. I do that way too often.
So you really could use this app for any type of design, right? Like,
oh yeah, we have the cool, here, I'll go off and I'll show y'all really quick. Those fun little, little edits. I have that for my friend in DG. There's a whole bunch of fun things like that. Where's my art?
Does this work best on an iPad, or like how do you think this would work on a computer?
So a lot of my friends that I talk to that do stickers, they mostly have iPads, but those who use their computers, yes, they do have apps. They don't have Procreate on your phone, but there are definitely apps similar that are compatible with the iPhone and Androids or whatever you'll have. But my friends that use it on their laptops use Photoshop. I haven't gotten around to that yet, but it looks basically the same. Like, it looks pretty similar in tools and, how you do everything. You have to do the layers, which I always forget. But yeah, you can really do it on anything. It just is different software on everything. So you're just filling in everything in the black, just tracing like you always do. And then, so I go to the circle at the top and I'll drag it to fill in whatever spaces that I don't have. And sometimes, here, let's do this. Sometimes it's easier to see what spaces you don't have if you turn off that thing, so you can kind of check yourself and then go back. But then we're gonna put that back on and then pull, drop the color, fill in. You can see a little black spots. That's why it's always easier to kind of pick a lighter or even darker color than what you're drawing on, so that you can see what you miss. Then you pull, fix, and then we're gonna check that, and then we'll fill in our little spots that you can see where the white is. Now we get to pick the color. Do y'all want to do a blue butterfly, or do y'all want to do a different color? Whatever y'all think.
Let's do
Sorry, what was that?
like pink.
Pink? Oh, fun. My favorite. Okay, so I have a couple pink saved, so we'll do darker at the top. So you just drag and then put it in there. Super quick and simple. It's, as soon as you learn the software, it really gets like very fun to do. It's so satisfying watching all the little colors go in. Very fun. And then we'll do the lighter at the bottom. And then we're gonna go to that little square over here again, right there. And we're gonna pick the color of the butterfly, the black little gray color. And then I'm gonna go back and fix up the little things that you can see now that the color's there. Like over here.
You can like take your time and make it as perfect as you want, or like,
Oh yeah.
I love how it can look hand drawn. Like, I think that's so cute.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely super nice to see your work, and it's not just copied from someone, because you can change up. If you wanted to add it like little extra sections, you could, whatever you think to make it yours. So we're going to go back to the layers, and then I'm just going to go ahead and delete our blue butterfly because she doesn't need to be there anymore because we have our own. And now I'm going to turn off that background color. We're going to do that right where these two little boxes are. You're going to press turn off background color. So you just have this. This is so whenever it prints, it'll print just the butterfly. But today we are making a little big little one. So I'm going to add another layer, and we're going to put it under. The layers are the most important part, which is also the hardest thing to remember because it's all the way up here and you don't really remember it sometimes. But we have our second layer, and we're going to take white. And you can really do it with any color, whatever you want to do, but I see that white just looks a lot cleaner and easier to see. So then you're going to take a circle. Another fun thing about Procreate is that you hold the circle down and it'll fix it for you. See, that's kind of an oval, so we're not doing ovals. Let's do circle. That's going to be an oval too. Okay. And then this little arrow up here, this thing, that you can fix it so it's bigger and you can move it around to how you want. So that looks good. And then we're going to take it up here, that little circle again, and drag our color behind it. And because the layer's under it, the butterfly will still be on top. If you move the layer up, which is why the layers are important, it would be on top of the butterfly, but you can still move it around, which is good. So I'm going to move our butterfly a little bit more towards the center. And now I'm going to personalize it. So you go up to the little toolbar again, and you're going to press add text. So if you're good like Piper, which you can use both the skills you learned today with doing this, because now you know how to letter. I don't know how to letter yet. I'm going to have to do some more practice with Piper, but you're just going to type in whatever you want. So we're going to do little. Oh, let's change that color first to black. little, and then you go to the fonts, and I forgot which one I used before. Oh, I remember. You can import fonts, but these just come with Procreate. Oh my goodness, why isn't she working? Go back down and find it. Okay, so we're gonna write little. How cute is that? And then love, and we're gonna put it right there. You can center it, make it bigger, smaller. Fun. And then we're gonna do it again so you can move it around. These are also right here, they're in layers, so that'll be right there. And now we're gonna take the toolbar again and insert text, and then I'm gonna do let's go to the Greek letters. Sometimes those are nicer. And then G, and we're gonna go in between and just space it out a little bit. Make sure that little period's not there. Space it out, and then we'll put it right here, and then drag this just like in Word. You know, you can drag text boxes and pictures and all that. Drag it like that, and then one last text box, add text, and we will do established 2020, and then bring it down here. And that's pretty much it for we're gonna do something else fun. Okay, so basically that's the sticker, but you usually don't just print one sticker. You want to print a couple. So to make this sticker whole and make it one, actually, I want to move up this butterfly a little bit just so it's kind of more centered. But you can make it perfect on your own, and I'll fix it up a little bit. But we're going to combine all these layers. So you're just going to drag them onto each other. Just drag them up there, make it into the group. So now all these layers will be together so that we can duplicate it. So we have all of them together. And so now when you press this little arrow up here, you can move it all together. So we are going to put it up in the corner, and then we're going to go over here, slide it over, press duplicate, and then press the little arrow up here again, slide down, and now you have two. And then you can keep doing this over and over for however many stickers you want on the sheet. And whenever we export it, we'll do that right now, because okay, you're gonna press, oh, that's some other stickers that I made. Gonna press select, and we're gonna select our stickers, and then we're gonna press share, and then because of that because of the clear, we're gonna have that transparent background, so whenever we cut it, whenever it prints out, it will be in a circle. It'll print out in a circle instead of just the whole sheet with those little pictures on it. It'll cut out in the circle with the transparent background. We need to do it in a PNG. So we're gonna export as a PNG and save image. So I know not everybody has a Cricut, a die cutter, a silhouette, any one of those things, but you can still do this because they're in circles. It's super easy to cut out. So all you would do is print out this sheet onto some sticker paper and then just cut out your little circles. But do y'all want to see me putting it into the Cricut, so what you would do for the die cutter, or you think people can just cut them out with some scissors? Either one works.
I think that's perfect.
Perfect. Good.
Those are so awesome. And
Yes.
I am gonna have Kinsey send me like the blue one and maybe the pink one. And I can email it to anyone who wants them in case you just want to buy sticker paper and print hers, which is probably what I would do because I think they're cute. Awesome. Any other questions or anything from anyone? Well, thank you guys so much, Kinsey and Piper. That was a lot of fun.
So much fun.
Could do things like that, but now I can.
So
Super exciting. Thank you, and have a great night, everyone.
Awesome. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
Mhm.